Good morning, everyone. I should be live. I am in Nevada, a new state. This is the first live stream I've done from Nevada, and I wanted to do something a little bit different today. I've just released a video. It's called This Is the End, episode 70. So if you've not seen that video, it might be worth going to watch it at some point. I'm not going to talk too much and spoil the video at all, but I just wanted to do a live stream whilst I had internet and give you a little update on where I am. I think these live streams really help for me to speak to you guys, to speak to the audience live. And I can see there my first comments just come in on the live chat. Nishant, hello from Bangalore, India. And Random Things, oh hi, was just watching your latest video. And Ben Watts has said, nice backdrop, Adam. And Ghost of Time, howdy Adam. Hello from Z Zoeth. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick live stream whilst I've got 3 bars of 4G. So hopefully this connection's well, hopefully you're hearing me all right. Thought I'd put the little microphone in just from my headphones so you could hear me a bit better. I'm going to show you a little bit of where I am in Nevada, proper in the middle of nowhere here. And Ghost of Time, we met at the store just yesterday. Oh, wonderful to meet you. The animator. I can't remember your name. But hello from Minnesota from Mark. Yeah, just let me show you a bit of where I am. I'm going to have to unplug my phone from the charge. Let me go there. So this is where I camped last night. As you can see, nice little flat human-shaped place there. Video and audio are good for the middle of nowhere. This is crazy, I know. There's literally middle of nowhere. This here is called Wilson Lake. And this lake is a saltwater lake, which is not ideal when you want to be cooking food and drinking. I thought that'd be fresh water when I first saw it. Cycled, there's a road. You might be able to see the trucks in the far distance over here. That's how far away the road is. There's a couple of trucks over there. Can you see that? Yeah, so I might be able to see it over there. I'm at 20 Mile Beach is the name of this location here. Really good little spot. The sunset last night over these mountains was unbelievable. I'm so happy that I've come inland and I'm no longer going along the coast heading down California. The change in landscape's unbelievable. And yeah, the reason I wanted to do this live stream is it's the first time I've done this. I've dropped a proper edited video and I thought I'd do a little live stream just to kind of just let you know where I am in real time at the time where I dropped that and just to give a little update. And to be honest, it's not often I'm going to have full connection internet, especially now for the coming few days and weeks. At least this next week I think it's going to be sketchy. So this could be my only Nevada live stream, so let's make the most of it whilst I've got it. Let me look at the chat because a couple of comments there. So the guy that met me yesterday at the store, I know where you are. Yeah, really good little spot to camp this. Shark Mentality, just watched the video, great job. Yeah, so I've just put out a video, for those of you who haven't seen it. This Is the End is the title. And it's not meant to be like a clickbaity title because really that was the thoughts and feelings at the time. It was when I was proposing, going home and thinking about the end. As you're watching this live stream, you know it isn't the end because I'm still going. But yeah, you will get to see how I felt at that time, and I just wanted to be really honest in that video and kind of show you a little bit of how I was feeling at that time. So if you haven't seen that, go and watch that video at some point today, tomorrow, straight away if you can. But it'd be cool if you could stay along and listen to this chat. My mum. Hi, Adam. Love you, me and Dad. Oh, hello, Mum. Hope you're all right. I am safe and well as you're seeing me live, as are 25 other people in the chat at the moment. A couple of other comments. Let's see if I don't want to miss any of these chats here. So we've got Greg has said, hi there from Germany. I was in the middle of watching the newest video when your live popped up. Yeah, a little bit different. I don't know how this will go down, doing a live whilst I've just dropped a video, but this will be here forever and so will that video. So I quite like that. I wanted to do a premiere where I could watch it with people, but on my mobile I can't do that. So yeah, and my laptop's got no charge. So here we go. From Via has said, are you heading to the Midwest? My plan at the moment, my plan changes daily. And my plan at the moment is to head east towards Utah and then see how it's going. If I sit here in the middle of the desert just making live videos, I won't get an awful lot of distance done. However, I've been cycling some big days recently. I had to climb from California, so from San Francisco, over some big old mountains towards Lake Tahoe, drop down into where I am now, into Nevada, and the landscape just changes like that. It goes from cornfields, vineyards on the California side, and it goes to here, where I'm in the middle of the desert. And yes, I had to do a lot of climbing. I climbed to about 2,600 meters, nearly 9,000 feet yesterday, the other day. And now where I am, I'm at about 1,300 meters high, so it gets really cold at night. From Jacques is put, oh, didn't mean to do that. Hi, very inspiring to follow your adventures. Thank you. Hadik says hello. And Dave Stelling, cheers friend from Lake Ontario, New York. Oh, wonderful. Somebody's just sent me a super chat. Let me get to the super chat because that's Shark Mentality, you absolute hero. That's crazy, in the middle of the desert. Do you know what that's just reminded me, Shark Mentality? I just see my own face in the thing there. I need to put some sun cream on because I've just woken up, I've just put the tent away, and yeah, it is sun time, sun o'clock. So I've only got this, it's pretty rubbish to be honest, it's Factor 50. It's a stick of sun cream. It lasts quite a long time, but it's not the greatest. And yeah, there we go. Just try not to put it on my forehead because normally I wear my helmet. So I'll just have to put my fringe on the forehead for now. Yeah, so sun cream time. Let me get into them chats. Thank you very much, Shark Mentality. That $20 genuinely means the absolute world to me. And you've just said that you've just watched my latest video. So that's like, you know what, that video, it actually didn't take an awful lot of time to make in time, but it took a lot of thought on how I was going to tell that story. And to be honest, with me being so far behind, I'm about 3 months behind on my videos, it really does give me the time to think about the stories I'm going to tell. And the story's my life, but I don't film and edit everything. I probably film about 5% of what happens. So yeah, I actually forgot kind of how I was feeling at that time. When I go back to watch it, it really triggers the emotions I was feeling at that moment. I realised, oh yeah, I was thinking about just going home for Christmas. But right now, yeah, I'm pretty happy in the middle of the desert, cycling across the States. So yeah, super happy at the moment. So that feeling in that video isn't replicated now. It's quite a long time ago. Somebody's reminding me there, Nishant, sunburn, take care. Yeah, I don't think I'm sunburnt. I think it's just constantly being in the sun. Have I passed through Hawthorne? Not yet, no. The Hawthorne's the next town ahead. That's where I'm going to have to fill up water. So this morning, I've put in the title of this live stream that this is breakfast time with Adam. And I cooked a really good meal last night of pasta and chicken. Today I'm just going to have, I bought this bread yesterday at the store. Today I'm going to have bread. Oh, this is weird. So American bread comes in another bag. I didn't expect that. That's not what it's like in most countries in the world, maybe. America just likes to plastic wrap everything, as does China and many other places. Ugh, bloody plastic everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to have some bread. And let me have a look at what I have. Oh, this bag here is my food bag. I filled it yesterday. I've got 3 bananas. Oh, Alan Jones, you absolute legend. You've just sent me $2 via Super Chat. That's super fantastic. Thank you so much. That's amazing, mate. That's wonderful. You, oh, drop my bananas. Let's get the sand off. Right, what have I got in here? I've got 2 apples. I might have an apple this morning actually. I try to get fruit and veg whenever I can because that's the stuff that stops me from getting ill. And I've not been ill really on this journey. And I think that stuff does help. I bought myself an onion yesterday. Onion is in there with a load of like rice and instant potatoes. That's for later. I need to empty everything to get to the bottom of my magic box. I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for peanut butter. Ah, come on, peanut butter. There we go. Some peanut butter. Espanol, mantequilla de maní. Boom. There we go. Mañana. Banana. So I'm trying to learn my Espanol. It's going all right. I'm getting there. I can just hear something rumbling ahead. I think it's a plane. God knows where it is. Oh, it's a helicopter. You won't be able to see it from here. Helicopter just across the lake. I think there must be some military training area around here because I saw 2 helicopters riding in convoy yesterday. Oh, I've just seen another super chat coming. Alan Jones. Same person again. Alan Jones, $19.99. You absolute legend. Thank you so much. Oh, I really appreciate that. That is, oh, yes, Alan Jones. Do you know what that means, you guys? I've just sent me $40. That is 4 days. That's this food shop I did yesterday. I spent $40 and that's probably going to last me about 3 or 4 days. So that's all these fruit and vegetables, the bread, the bananas, the tortilla wraps. I did treat myself to some gummy worms. So yeah, guys, you've just funded the next 3 or 4 days of me crossing the desert. Ah, you genuinely make my day, you guys. So yeah, I hope you do appreciate Breakfast with Adam. Let me have a look. There's a few more chats in here that I do want to get to, but I'm trying to get my breakfast at the same time. A video premiere would have been cool. That's from Lauren. I know, I tried to do that. Next time, I've got another video that I've got edited, and I'm going to be making that public. Oh, wrong. I'm going to be making that available just to patrons straight after this live video. A little bit of a spoiler on the thumbnail. It's the one where I lose my drone. The second drone. That still pees me off. So I'm going to be making that one Patreon only for the next week. And then next Friday, November, so next Friday, if I have internet, Friday or Saturday, depends on Wi-Fi internet time, I will do my absolute best to do a premiere for that one. And you get to see me finish more or less coming through Canada. It's my last Canadian one. A few more chats here. Hey everyone, from Lauren. So am I coming to the Midwest or go down south? So yeah, plan is to head across to Utah. Utah, if I can get to Colorado, sweet. All depends on time, distance. And then we'll see. I kind of have an initial plan to go down through towards Arizona. But again, I'm just seeing how the time works out. So yeah, let me have a look. Actually, no, that's just a specific band of bread. I think that's in relation to my comment earlier that all American bread is double wrapped. I don't think that is true for all bread, just maybe the cheapest bread so it can last longer, because that's what I usually buy. This is meant to be really nice. It's like space bread. Let me have a look. Let me get back into this chat. Hello from Cambodia. Derek's in Cambodia. Nice to see you there. That's wonderful. Roberto Marquez. What's the most dangerous thing you've encountered on your journey? To be honest, I've not really encountered many dangerous things, and that's a really good question, that. So yeah, keep sending any questions you've got to come through. But dangerous, I still think it's the traffic. Traffic's the most dangerous thing I encounter daily. And it's the thing that worries me the most. Just spreading the peanut butter. Yeah, it's the thing that worries me the most is being struck by a vehicle. And America's the only country in which I've been verbally shouted at by someone that's like, get off the road. Some angry American I'm not saying that's all Americans, but it was in Oregon. It happened once, and I just laughed at it. It was just like, not bad. But anyway, yeah, it happens. But I think there's a bit of a kind of an idea from a minority within this country that you shouldn't be on the road if you're on a bicycle. Let's get Cave Nerd. Hi Adam, looking well. Cheers, Cave Nerd. Thank you. If I donate 5,000, will I come home? No, mate. Not a chance. 5k. That would keep me going for a long time, buddy. Not a price could, I'm not doing this for the money. The money just helps me to keep going, mate. I appreciate that though. I cycled a bit of Backon Mountain today, 250 meters above sea level. But that's, I think, as good as you're going to get in Cambodia. It doesn't get very high. So camera, go. Not seen you before. Hi Adam, I've been binge watching your videos since finding your channel last week. Very inspirational, Andy. Thank you very much, Andy. I appreciate that. And I love the fact that my videos I've got enough now that you can have a binge watch. 70 episodes. Pretty happy with that. If you do go east, keep veering south as well. Winter is coming. Tell me about it. Oh, I've got a funny story for you guys. Not last night, but the night before. I was camping in an absolute killer camping spot. It was in a baseball field under a pavilion. So it was like kind of like what I used to camp in Japan. And this pavilion, built into the columns, had electrical sockets. So I charged everything. That's why I've not slept in a building for now 6 days. So I could charge absolutely everything. And left my power bank on overnight. Got into my tent. 2-3 in the morning, woke up to sprinklers around the pavilion, coming into the pavilion from about 4 different angles. I'm in my tent. I just wake up to like a tsunami of. I'm like, what the hell? But power bank still plugged in, so I'm like rushed out, unplugged the power bank, and oh my goodness, my tent was soaked. Luckily, I'd put the waterproof cover on. I didn't think I'd need it, but I'd put it on to keep it warm, because it's cold at night. Grabbed everything heavy out my tent, moved it away, like about 200 meters away from the sprinklers, reset up my tent and everything, but it was all soaking wet. And it gets below 0 at night, so it all just froze. So I was camping in what was like a freezer. So yeah, that was 2 nights ago, which was horrendous. Oh, Crystal Willett, $10 in the super chat. Thank you so much. That's $50 in total from you guys on the super chat. That is, I live on about an average about $10 a day. So that makes an absolute world of difference. Absolute world of difference. So that's this whole next 5 days on the road, or the last 5 days, makes my journey possible. I want to keep doing this really as long as I can. I want to see the world. I want to cycle all the continents. Maybe not Antarctica, be harder to get there. But I want to go through Africa next after this, after South America. And if I want to be able to do that, I will either have to stop and get work, but you guys, with them little regular bits of income, allows me to keep going. So you're really supporting my creativity and the journey that I can share with you guys. Let me have a look. Random things. I remember the video of Matt looking for your lost drone in Asia somewhere. That was the first lost drone. Oh, the second lost drone is going to come out next on Patreon. So if you want to see my next lost drone, $4 a month will get you all early access to all my videos. Let me have a look. I'm actually jealous this Big Mac isn't cutting it. Senator Wilson, Adam, you are my hero. I'm on my first long ride, 50 miles. That's a good old journey. Started 10 minutes ago. You're an inspiration. Get cycling, Senator Wilson. Don't want to be talking to me. Oh, good on you, mate. Well done. Tony Tiger Taylor, how's it going, mate? Adam, no rush back to Yorkshire. It's chucking it down. No rush. Next time I think I'll be in England. What's the date now? In 2019. 2021 is a loose plan. Not to finish the journey, But I need a loose plan to maybe get up through Africa and get to the UK and then continue through Europe. So that's kind of a loose plan today. I don't know why I even talk about plans. I change my mind all the time. Let me have a look. I'm losing complete track of where these comments have come in. From Villa, you are really admiring me. I really want to do like you, plan to ride bicycle back to Southeast Asia. Oh, that'd be wonderful, mate. Good luck with that. Shark mentality, being real takes courage. I know, I suppose for me now, I'm kind of really used to just throwing myself on the internet. I've gone through a lot in the last 16 months and I've been pretty open about probably 90% of it. From a breakup of a marriage, that's the biggest thing that's really happened, to being on this journey and kind of how I feel now. For sure there's things I keep private, but being real is the only way really to be. If I'm doing this so long, I'm doing this now for, like I say, for 16 months. Not being real would make this really hard work. So some of you guys in the live chat, like my mum and dad, I've just seen Chris Mulligan. Where are you, Chris? I think he said hell of a camping spot. Chris Mulligan and I went to university for 3 years. If my mate Chris saw this, and how's it going, Mulldog, hope you're alright. If my mate Chris was to see this and be like, that's not the Adam I knew, I'd be really upset about that. So yeah, just try to be myself and just show the world through a Yorkshireman's eyes, and hopefully get to show you guys it through my eyes. Thank you all for being in the live chat, by the way. 55 of you, that's wonderful, especially when I don't even announce it. Someone else here, finally caught alive, world must be ending. In Kampot, Derek Wilson's in Kampot in Cambodia. Sorry, 10 beers done, type not so good. 10 beers in Kampot. Oh, I love them Cambodian beers. Crystal Willett, from an American that won't yell at you on the road. Lom. Crystal, thank you so much for that super chat. That was super appreciated. Somebody told me, there's a great song by The Killers, but that's not what I was going to say. Somebody told me, actually a good friend of mine told me, manzana, mantequilla di maní goes well together. To do that, I need to get my knife, that proper knife, because this isn't going to cut it. Butcher knife. So yeah, mantequilla di maní y manzana, no hambre. There we go. It means I'm not hungry. I hope. How was that Espanol? Anyone else speak Spanish here? So Ghost of Time, who I met yesterday in the supermarket where he works, he passed me on the way home from work. Do you recall a green Jeep? I don't, mate. I'm afraid. So many vehicles. I just proper fade out to the vehicles. Keep on rolling. Nice to have you in the live chat. Adam, have you found the drivers are better or worse as you're travelling? And where have you found the worst driving? Very good question. Let's get to that. So I would say, even in the USA, it really depends on the state, and it also depends obviously on the roads you're on. I think the worst I've had, let me have a think. Alaska down through to Canada was pretty good because I was on such remote roads. And the remoteness means when the traffic sees you, they've got time, they pass you, you're good. Apart from the big RVs, I refer to them as RV wankers, and I think that's with good reason. Because usually, not always, but usually they get far too close and they can't drive them big vehicles because they only drive them once in a while. As I got through Washington State, from Vancouver, first state, Northwest America, Washington State along the coast, it's pretty busy. That was pretty bad for cars, actually, thinking back. Didn't like that, but I was brand new to the US, so I'm like, right, just be okay. As I continued to Oregon, it got worse. Oregon traffic was probably the worst. And then into California, half and half. Some traffic was good, some was bad. Depends on the road I was on, but I'm talking really down the coast. As I head into the mountains, I picked a route, Highway 88. It's a small road, led up to the Lake Tahoe, and then down, really good road. This road I'm on now, it's a busy road, and I can see one vehicle on it, and that is for miles. So that one vehicle can see me with my flag, green flag flying, orange shirt. I wear this all the time, as you can see all these crinkles. That's dried sweat. This is like gone hard. It's disgusting. But yeah, it makes it easier. I think Nevada, actually, I've only been here for 2-3 days now, but it makes it much easier because the roads are really quiet and remote, so people just give me space. So I'd say Nevada's probably the best so far, but it just depends on the road and traffic. So yeah, I think Vietnam is probably the worst country for traffic I have seen of all the countries I've been to, for how close they get. My mum, Sunday dinner is waiting for me. That is the thing I miss food-wise. Sunday dinner, I say that, I've made Sunday dinner twice in the last 3 months for people. I get to someone's house and I'm like, have you ever had Yorkshire puddings? And they'll be like, a what? I'm like, well, I'm going to make some Yorkshire puddings for you. So that's happened a couple of times. Simon Stone, I got your postcard, thanks. Getting very jealous of this journey. Oh, I'm really glad that they got through. I've got a few more postcards that I need to send out next time I get to a town. There we go. Dave Stelling, Godspeed Adam. We're keeping you in good thoughts. Thank you. It's midnight in Malaysia currently. Time to sleep, mate. Oh, all the best. It's time to wake up here. Seize the day. From my mother. They're prosecuting drivers here getting too close to cyclists. That's from my father. From Dad. Yeah. Bloody good job. So, Mahesh Krishna, any tip for a newbie bikepacker? Okay. So you want to travel by bicycle for the first time? Start small, start local, explore with what you've got. If you want to go out for overnight camping, that's amazing. But I would just plan a weekend to start with. Go on a Saturday night or whenever you have time off from whatever you do in real life. That's what I did when I first started. With lots of little journeys, build confidence, find out what you need, what you don't need. The term bikepacking, I think it's a trendy new term. Basically just means lightweight bike touring in my eyes. And it's also kind of in my eyes again, the style and the way you travel, as in not really on roads, seeking the off-roads as much as possible. So yeah, if you want to do that, that's amazing. But try it all out. Just try small. So there we go. There's my top tips for a newbie. So Nevada roads are peaceful, but take it from me, Las Vegas traffic is a freaking nightmare. Yeah, I've been to Vegas a long time ago and I've no real plans to cycle there. Martin Kelly, hi Adam, great videos and podcasts. I like the fact they are mostly in bite-sized episodes. So I've not really talked about this, but the podcast I had, I did a podcast for about 2 or 3 months, 3 months I think, and I recently found out it was like, I think ranked or voted, I don't know, the 4th best bike touring podcast on the internet, which was rather cool. And I've decided to stop it though. And there's a few reasons for that, and I've not really gone into it. I should make a podcast about that. A podcast about stopping the podcast. I didn't want to stretch myself. I wanted to focus on video, and this is what I enjoy the most. I enjoy trying to tell stories in a different way through audio, and I just found that I wasn't focusing as much on the video, so I decided to shelve that for the time being. Doesn't mean it's shelved forever, but it is for now. So yeah, but the videos are absolutely my main. This is my peanut bread and butter. Terrible. Lucian Dutu, nice to have you along, mate. Hope you're well. And Lauren, Yorkshire puddings are the best thing on earth. Apparently people abroad have something similar called popovers. I'd like to know how similar they are though. Never had a popover. If anyone tries to tell me it's called a popover, I'd be like, it's Yorkshire pudding, mate. Yeah, I've heard that actually a couple of times. When I have to describe the Yorkshire pudding, they're like, that's a popover. Oh, I think we call that a Yorkshire pudding, I'm afraid. Good sir. Here we go. I also get asked a few times, it's like, where are you from? New Zealand. That's happened a couple of times recently, and I'm like, it's a good guess, but I don't know where that's come from. So let me have a look. Pure Watercolour Patrick Leigh-Greaves. Hello. Awesome channel, Adam. Have you camped through France and Spain? Is it doable? Great question. And let's just go back to the beginning of this journey. So I started this journey 2018, July, August, and I cycled from the UK to Gibraltar. There's a 10 episode series. They're very small episodes, like 4 or 5 minutes long, when I was just starting out making videos. So they're not the best, but I'm really glad I made them. Where I cycled most of it by myself, and then I cycled with my friend Ollie and from Barcelona, and I camped pretty much out of about 30 days, camped for about 20, 25 days. You can camp through France, you can camp through Spain. I used the occasional campsite, like actual paid one, and then I camped like I am right now, just wild, in the middle of nowhere. Not desert, obviously, but if you can find a little spot by a river, good to go. In Spain, Spain is a little bit like this, especially where I was, up in the inland area. Really nice, that's beautiful, isn't it? That's good. So yeah, it's definitely possible, mate. And from Mahesh, you haven't been to India yet. Oh, it's on the list. Simon Stone. I said it was going to be breakfast time with Adam. I've got to eat. My daughter learnt to ride her bike this year and loves the fact you've cycled around the world. Not yet, mate, but I'm on the way. You may be giving her ideas. She's watching right now. If you'd like to say hi to Neve. Hello, Neve, and well done on learning to ride your bike this year. And that is amazing. And if you want to cycle around the world, you can definitely do it. And I'm sure your dad will love the fact that you'd like to do that. From Derek Watson, try connect with Itchy Boots. She's doing a reverse of your trip on a motorbike. Yeah, I've seen her channel. It's really good. She's I did a podcast interview with a guy on the Pursuit Zone podcast, and he, sorry, the interviewer told me about Itchy Boots and said it's somebody that I'd like to interview. So yeah, that's how I found out about her, and he told me, yeah, that she'd been to India and it looked amazing. I think India, oh, I've just seen a little super chatty Roo just popped in from Pure Watercolour Patrick. Hey Adam, great answer, stay safe. Oh, I'm really glad that you enjoyed the answer. Thank you for that super chat. Wow, that's amazing, 10 quid. Yeah, that France and Spain, definitely doable, mate. It can be, the only place I struggled a little bit was as I got up towards Andorra, because it's really steep and rocky. I couldn't put my tent pegs in, and at the time I had a tent that needed to be pegged up. So my top tip is to take a tent you can just always pop up, a self-supporting tent. But I think that's a good tip for anyone on a bike tour. My mum's also said hi, Neve, and well done for riding your bike. Gary, that's your name, yeah, okay. Gary, who I met yesterday, thank you for that. Lee Davidson, hey Adam, looks great there. I'm lying in bed, but that peanut butter is making me hungry. Apple and peanut butter is a really good mix. I'm happy with that. Lee Davidson, hey Adam, looks great, great there. Oh, yeah, I've just read that. So, a message from a guy with a load of numbers and letters. Done plenty of bike tours myself. That sounds very northern, I like that. What are some of the crazy, reoccurring things you tell yourself that crack you up? We all have them on the road. I often find myself singing songs randomly, and the songs are usually songs I didn't know the words to. Recently, this is embarrassing. Oh, I'm going to say it. Recently, the words to Wise Men by James Blunt has been coming into my head. That absolutely cracks me up. And I'm not going to sing it but that's pretty much what I sing for the last two or 3 days is, James Blunt, Wise Men. That's such a random song. I have no idea where that's come from, but I'll just be cycling along and it'll be, go steady on me. That'll do. All right. Go to the Philippines. Would love to, but it's a long way from here. And from Trevor Lascow in the woods. Nice tan, Adam. Christopher Mulligan. I knew this had come. Give us a rendition. Ah! Oh, Mulldog. Okay. I don't need much prompting, to be honest. Morning karaoke with Adam. Right. I know what I'll do. I'll stand up so you can't sing if you sit down. Here we go. So, There we go, Nevada. And you're going to get a rendition now from me. Oh, what have I got in my sock? I think I've got a knife. That's not good. Okay, rendition of James Blunt's Wise Men. Go steady on me, don't tell me that the wise man said when they came down from heaven, smoked 9 till 7, all the shit that they could find, and they couldn't escape from you, couldn't be free of you, and they know there's no way out, and I'm really sorry now for what I've done, 'cause the 3 wise men, they're trying to have some fun. Look who's alone now, it's not me, and that'll do. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm sure that's a horrible way to wake up in the morning. Volvo Voyager. I can't believe I just did that. All right. Hi, Adam. I'm in Spain. I cycled down from Portsmouth. So did I. It was a great trip. It was your videos that inspired me to take the challenge. And are you still planning to return home? By planning to return home, when do you think? What I don't know what in what context. At some point, and by home, I definitely will return home to visit family. I don't know if the UK will become my home. I'm really open to living anywhere in the world after this journey. Anywhere that'll have me. So, yeah, I will return. I'm not going to just be like, no, never going to see you again. But I'm not set on the UK being my permanent residence, is what I'm trying to say. And I think part of this journey is seeing, where do you like? Where would you like to live? So it's a really good way of seeing the world and deciding where you're going to live. So yeah, there we go. There's a good answer to that, I hope. Kevin Paul. Hi Adam, struggling to sleep while touring, and I think it's to do with not having a pillow. What do I use? Oh, I'm sat on it right now. Let me have a look. Okay, in this bag, which as you can see I've been sat on rather than sat on the ground, let's put that peanut butter down, have in here all my sleeping gear. And this is my pillow, which also doubles up inside here. I'm not going to get it out, it's a pain to put away. But in here is my jacket. As you can see, it's a blue down jacket, which is, I've been wearing it before I go to bed here in this desert in Nevada, because it gets so cold. So I used my down jacket as a pillow. It's an extra warm layer. I've needed it in Alaska. I need it now in the desert. Deserts are much colder than people think. You think, oh, it's going to be super hot, which it is right now, but it gets super cold at night. So, and another reason I'm not cooking breakfast today is because I'm low on water, and I don't know when I'm next going to get water. So I thought I'd just have a meal of peanut butter and apples and bread. I've just seen another super chat's coming from Mulldog. Class, you're a legend, mate. If that's that feels like I've been busking there. And I've just made a $5 for busking. I'm just there singing a bit of James Blunt. Ridiculous. Cheers, Mull. Oh, Mulligan. So Chris Mull and I, he's from Bolton, so another northerner. And when we lived at university together, we'd pretty much go out. And I think another YouTube commenter, Shark Mentality, were like that. We'd go out most Tuesday nights or Thursday nights to a place called Sharky's, which is a cocktail bar in Hull, and then out to Position. And we have got lots of drunk memories. One of my favourite memories of university, Mull, and I think you'll appreciate this, is do you remember that time where Greenlees had a fight with, was it with you? Yeah, it was. Greenlees. So there's another guy who lived with us who, it's a long story, but basically he's gone missing. We think he might be a Russian spy. But one of our friends, they had a fight together in the house, and like we all split it up, and we ended up, I brought everybody together, and we all got together. We all like hugged it out, like 4 or 5 of us, while singing the words to Golden Brown. Golden brown, texture like dust. Okay, enough of my old stories about university with Chris. Lauren, whoa, your voice is better than I expected. I don't know. I think that's pretty bad. I think it's better when I'm on the bicycle. The bicycle helps to get into your groove. Or maybe it's because I'll have headphones in. sometimes I won't be listening to anything. Gary Reeves, hi Adam, hope you're well. Maybe I missed it, but did you replace your helmet? Where is my helmet? Okay. I was about to replace my helmet and I never got round to it. But no, not yet. It will happen in the short term. Have I been to Australia yet? Not yet. Not been to Australia. It's on the list of places to go. That's great. Brings back joys of it for me. I'm an American with a confused accent, being abroad too. Lauren, this looks like a really good question. Where's the top 5 places so far you've been to you actually wouldn't mind staying permanently for when you do choose? Okay. In 5. Okay, top 5. Right, I'll start from the top. I think so far, Vancouver. Definitely somewhere I could live. I could spend a long time living in Vancouver. Just going to plug my phone in. It's a city, which I actually quite like cities because of what it provides, but it's a city, it's a city where the communities are all built on doing outdoor activities. So I played some bike polo, which will be coming up in 2 more videos to come. I went cyclo-crossing into the valleys and the mountains. There's world-class skiing, mountain biking, it's trail running. You can do all sorts, ice hockey. So Vancouver is definitely up there. Chiang Mai in Thailand would be high on the list because it's beautiful, great people, great food, near mountains. I think there's a running theme here, near mountains is key. And it's affordable, and there's a lot of expats there, so I wouldn't feel like a complete foreigner in what is a foreign country. So I think as well, number 3, Kunming, China. I want to experience living in China at some point in my life, and yeah, that's probably the best place in China I visited, and it's near mountains. They call it the City of Eternal Spring, so it doesn't get cold. It's really in the south, blue skies, mountains. I've got friends there, and there's a good expat community again, but equally it's got Tibetan culture, a lot of Buddhist culture. It feels very far from Beijing, so the people are different, I think, having never been to Beijing. But yeah, so there's 3 places. San Francisco. If you could pay me enough money to live in San Francisco, it's expensive. Dang, it's expensive. We're talking like $4,000 a month on an apartment. So you'd need to be earning silly money. And that would probably mean for me doing something which I wouldn't enjoy. So yeah, I've got a friend that lives there, used to work with him, to see that he's working there and I could be doing that if I chose to go down that path, if I was to like work on that. But equally, I'm pretty happy with what I'm doing right now. So yeah, there we go. So from Modric, seldom use English since graduated from college a long time ago. Cannot follow you actually, just envy your tour life. Try not to envy, mate. I know you said you might not know English, but try to just enjoy it. Yeah, I don't know how to say. Vancouver's great, from Lauren. So yeah, there's 4 places. So I hope that helps. Can't think of a 5th. Probably somewhere like Hanoi. Hanoi was really nice, but it would be not really high up there. Mulligan, haha, good times. Think it was with Furs after, that's it, a scrappy Pro Evo win. Best get back to work. Cheers, Mull. I live in Vancouver, it's fantastic here, but so bloody expensive. Yeah, so there we go, there's the negatives. You either live somewhere or you're sharing an apartment with somebody. And by expensive, it's cheaper than San Francisco, Vancouver, for sure. And I would also say it's probably about the same price as London. So in relative terms to what people are earning, it's expensive, but it all depends on what you're earning, I suppose. So yeah, Chiang Mai, Thailand, lovely. Yeah. So there we go, top 5 places. Oh, so Dave Bunn follows me on Strava, and he said, great climbing on Strava the other day, Adam. If you know what Strava is, it's where I record my GPS tracks of every single day I do. So if you went on Strava now, you could even see exactly where I am. So yeah, a lot of climbing, mate. One of the days I climbed up the mountain, I did 40 kilometers, and it was because my stove broke. I was going to do more. Stove broke. I spent 4 hours trying to fix it. Oh, that's so frustrating. Spending 4 hours of your day just replacing all the parts for it not to work again. Got it working though. I needed the stove because otherwise I couldn't have any food. So yeah, thank you for that. The Laz 98. Do I miss cycling with a partner? No. No, I do. I miss aspects of it for sure. Sharing an experience, albeit I share it to my camera now. I share it with you guys. But it gives me more freedom to do stuff like this. Being alone, it gives me. I think I've got to be more sociable by myself than when I was cycling with a partner, be it when I was with Lucia or when I cycled with other people. You kind of rely on that other person. Oh, I did yesterday speak to a friend I cycled with in Korea. I think I cycled with him for like about a week, maybe 10 days. Arthur from Francais. And Arthur is in Mexico City. And he's making his way through Central America to Colombia. And he's going to stay there and windsurf instruct. So I cannot wait to see him again. So this is the good thing about touring with people I meet on the road, is I build really strong friendships and partnerships with them. But equally, I like being able to go, okay, thank you. I'm now going to go my own way. So I think I'm definitely a sociable person when it comes to cycling, but I do at the moment want to be alone. So yeah, good mix of experiences there. So there we go. Yeah, let me just one more piece of apple. So I think that's pretty much all I've got to say today. If you're in the chat at the moment, you 47 people that I can see in the chat, I just dropped a video today. It's called Is This the End? As you know, this isn't the end. I'm still cycling. But the thoughts in that video are, I was thinking of finishing in December, possibly going home, looking to work. At that point, I wasn't earning any money, really. I think I was making I think Patreon was making me about $100 a month. So I was at a point where I was thinking I'll have to stop and work. And actually, with your support, I'm now able to keep going. And my Patreon is at $497 pledged per month. If I could get to $500, that'd be amazing. So 2 aims I've kind of got is to get to that $500 a month. And I feel like that's a really sweet amount. Patreon's really useful for me in a way that I can then almost guarantee, as long as I keep making videos that people enjoy, I can guarantee that I can keep going and think ahead for the future. And that means I won't have to stop and go and work a job and make this my job, which, to be honest, this is it's probably the job I've put the most effort into of any job I've ever had. Like, being an officer in the army for sure was tough, but there was a organisation looking after you and there was a set procedure that I'd follow. Here, it's just on me. If I don't make good videos, you guys stop watching and then don't support me. And I put them all out there for free as well. So I'm not charging anybody for my videos unless you're willing to support, to watch them early, or for postcards, or if you want a one-on-one chat. So when I was considering finishing the journey, working, I think I was talking to a lot of friends back home and seeing what they were doing, and seeing there's a little bit of the trappings of life which I do miss. I do miss having, with any sort of trip, I will have, so with this trip, I'm experiencing so many wonderful things, like camping next to this lake, cycling across deserts, and meeting wonderful people, but then I neglect other parts of my life, and then parts of relationships, family, friends, Yeah, things that will happen with my family where I want to be there to support them. My friends getting married or having children, I'll miss all that. So there is definitely downsides. So I kind of see a way I want to live my life is to prioritize the people that are important to me, and that's something I do want to do in the future. But right now I've got this window of opportunity where I'm on the road, and I'm super grateful that I'm able to do this. I'm lucky enough to have a passport that allows me to do it. I've met people recently that can't do this, don't have the passport to do it, even if they wanted to. I made friends with this girl in San Francisco who's a doctor, and she's from Venezuela, and she's oh god, there's a massive spider here. Let's ignore that. And she came to the US to escape Venezuela because there's a lot of troubles and violence there at the time. And she is unable to leave the USA because she's currently applying for asylum, so looking to get a green card and all this. And she's like so much more qualified and educated than me. And just because of where she was born and the way that her country's in at the moment means that she can't travel. And she wants to travel and wants to live in different places and explore the world, and can't do it. Has to stay in the US and has to work in an area that she doesn't want to live because that's what she has to do. And seeing that example, plus she's fortunate she's in the US, and then imagine a lot of people that say displaced people from war zones in Syria, Iraq, and the Turkish border and so on. Seeing all that, and you're just like, I am lucky that I can just do this. And I'm in this country, in the US, I understand the language. I blend into the background. I'm not seen as a foreigner here. Whereas when I was in Southeast Asia, Japan, Korea, it's definitely the foreigner. So here is a bit easier. It's like, oh, I'm just like left alone. If I'm sat somewhere, people don't come and take selfies with me. But actually, a lot of me is looking forward to being the foreigner again, going to Mexico and going through Central America and not knowing the language. So I'm working hard to get better at my Spanish, and it's something that I really want to make an effort with and be the foreigner, but equally just try to really embrace the cultures that I go in. And I think that's where I thrive. I think that's where I really enjoyed Southeast Asia, Korea, Japan, China, and I think Central America, Mexico, Latin America. I just cannot wait to get there. But I'm not rushing America. I'm going to stay in the States until December when my visa runs out. So there we go. There's just a little bit of a ramble chat there. I hope you enjoyed that. A couple of more chats just came in. Where's a place that wasn't like Beijing again? Where's the place? I think you mean where's the place I wouldn't like to go again? You're trying to compile a list. Places I wouldn't want to go again. Oh, that's a tough one. Oh. Bangkok. Not bothered by Bangkok. That's where me and Lucia broke up properly. Bangkok. So it's got bad memories. So yeah, maybe for different reasons. Plus it's a big old city. It's got positives. It's Thailand, but it's not a city I'd like to live in. It's the only negative place in Southeast Asia I can think of. A lot of the South China Sea, from what I saw, these big megacities in China, wasn't too fussed with. And that's about it. It's quite a good thing that there's more places I want to live than places I don't want to go back to. Someone here, which editing software do I use? Final Cut Pro, and I use a MacBook Pro, 2017. So yeah. It's definitely hard to balance it all on the road. Yeah, you're right. And I listened to a really interesting podcast last night, yesterday when I was cycling. It's called the Dirtbag Diaries. Oh my goodness. Kentucky Classroom just sent me 50 bucks. Oh, Kentucky Classroom. Enjoy your videos. Keep following your dreams. Thank you so much. 50 bucks. Oh my goodness. There's a week on the road, mate. My mum. Wow. Oh my goodness. Kentucky Classroom. You've supported me a few times now, and I appreciate that more than I can really say here. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you all for your support. I really don't expect but it makes a huge difference. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, mate. That's amazing. But I've lost the train of thought of what I was about to say. Oh God, that's probably not. I might have to go back to the chat. Hard to balance it on the road. Oh, the podcast I was listening to. Yeah. Okay, so the podcast I was listening to, Dirtbag Diaries, is the name of the podcast, and we were listening to an interview with two climbers. I forget the name. Scott Williamson, I think his name is. He's one of the best US climbers, alpine climbers ever, and talks about how for him the success of climbing is coming home and being able to live another day, but he'll being able to just climb, but not risking his life. He has a good family life and so on. And I think I've gone a bit far the other way, where my life isn't balanced, and balance is key. And I'm all or nothing. When I'm like family life, I'm in. But when I'm at home, when I'm on the road, I'm in. I'm like, and I don't long for that right now. So until I long for it, and I'm like, right, let's get that balance, I'm okay. But yeah, definitely some deep thoughts there from Adam. Talk about myself in the third person. Those donations are picture proof that some people think you're doing something very meaningful. Well, thank you. Yeah, I hope what I am doing, and I do sometimes have these thoughts that is what I'm doing adding value to the world. Not like in the way that, say, one of my best mate back home is a paramedic, near London. Definitely adding loads of value to the world. And my friends that are teachers, I think that's a wonderful profession to teach our future generations. And so on, and people I've met on the road that do amazing jobs. And I would even say when I was in the army, what I was doing was more meaningful. I did lots of things I'm pretty proud of. Like working on the flood disaster in the north of England and like helping old people like evacuate their homes and stuff like that. And yeah, there's a lot of things I did which I'm pretty proud of. But what I'm doing now is quite less tangible. I'm doing this for me. I think that's okay. But I'm also trying to share my story with people, and I hopefully think that my views, my views and perspectives on the world can change one or two people, and that can have a little bit of an effect of, I'm not expecting to change the world by making videos about touring around the world on a bicycle, but if I can make people just be nicer in their day-to-day life to cyclists or to get outside more, to encourage people to do more adventurous things, I feel like I've succeeded in my journey and my aim. And yeah, we'll see where this leads to. I like to call these videos to an hour, so we've got 3 more minutes of question times and answers. Then I need to pack all my bike up, finish my breakfast, which has taken an hour to munch through. So keep on trucking, Adam, from Paul. So thank you. Yeah, I'm really good, mate. It sounds a little bit like I got a bit downbeat. How's the little spark going from Ash Middleton? It's going all right, mate. I might actually get it up when I finish this chat. I think I've got to get up to the road up here. I can see the trucks in the far distance maybe. And then I've got to cycle this way. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. I caught it, though. Nearly dropped my bloody manzana e mantequilla di maní. Ash Middleton. Thank you so much. My mum's off to work. Watch, there's a pack of coyotes behind you. Ash Middleton, thank you so much for that two quid there, mate. That's an absolute... Oh, travel insurance. Thank you, Ash. That's amazing. Mike Brooks. Well, hey! Finally managed to catch a live video. You're awesome, dude. Your videos are amazing. What, peanut butter all over my hands. Now it's all over my bloody shorts. Absolute idiot. Imagine if there was a pack of coyotes. I've not actually seen a coyote yet. Let me have a look. So a couple of questions just came in there. Insurance. I do have travel insurance for health only. Travel insurance runs out in December. So I've got to look at getting some new stuff. So that's going to be a pain. But yeah, it's needed. You don't want to be in America without it. Cy Richardson. All right, mate. Big Cy. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to Nevada. So from yesterday from Gary. Well, you certainly caught my attention when I met you, and you be certain I'll be following your journey from now on. That's wonderful, and take care. Oh, it's wonderful to have all your support. It's a little bit dark here. Peanut butter attracts butter eagles, which are notorious for puncturing tyres. I have never heard of a butter eagle, but that would be a pain in the backside. So, yeah, this lake here, saltwater lake, I'm just going to take you for a little wander. Hopefully the internet will stay good. So the ground's pretty spiky. I've got to be careful taking my bike through this because I could puncture a tyre very easily, and I'm not running any run flats or whatever they call them, tubeless. So this is all salt. And you see I've already been walking this way. I washed my dishes in the lake, but my feet, see, it kind of sinks. Oh God, nearly caught in the swamp there. And there we go, a really beautiful lake. I went for a swim in it yesterday just to kind of wash off all the grime, but swimming in salt's not the best, do you know what I mean? It's gone a bit green here, I don't know if that comes across in the video, but it's just wonderful. These views, and I'm really glad I'm capturing this in a live video, so it's like completely unedited, but yeah, being able to be on these, I never knew that there was lakes like this in Nevada. You think Nevada, you think desert, which is going to be the next 6-7 days for sure. Let me straighten you up. A couple of chats there. Got to get ready for work, and it looks beautiful, Adam. I envy you. Well, I'm glad I can share it with you guys anyway. The water's reflecting really back off there. Am I going through Monument Valley, Adam? I don't know where Monument Valley, I don't know where I'm going, to be honest. I've had a few questions asking me where am I going. I'm going across the Great Basin, which is the area across Nevada towards Utah. Where's Monument Valley? What state is it in? Is it in Nevada? Is that in Utah? Where the hell is my bike? Oh God, I'm sinking. I've walked for 2 minutes and I lose my bike. I've got some spiky things in my socks last time, so I've got to be a bit careful. So there we go. It's going to be a bit of a slog to get my bike back onto the road because I've got to walk. Oh, I've got to walk up sand, which is really tough with your bike fully loaded. Oh my goodness, I'm getting spiked to heck here. I've got to be really careful getting my bike out of here. Oh, I've got spiky things all over my legs now. That's rather frustrating. I'll show you it when I stop. Oh, that's really not very nice. Okay, so as you can see, loads of spiky things. There we go, these little Death Stars. These spiky little buggers. Do not want them in your tyres. That'll ruin your day. These tyres I got them in Oregon. Some Bontrager, whatever the brand is, tyres. They're alright. I've had one flat tyre so far. Because I went through some spiky fields in California. But yeah, it's pretty good tyres. So Utah, Arizona, Monument Valley, gotcha. Places I know I want to go are Bryce Canyon. I want to go to Grand Escalante, Zion, Monument Valley, possibly. So yeah, there we go. There's a few places I definitely want to go. I'm going to call this tour wraps now. 63 minutes of live chat, and I need to cycle today, so there's a good hour of me just kind of delaying my departure. So if you've finished this video and you're the 47 people here still in the live chat, please go ahead and watch my latest video. I think it's my best video I've made, and I don't say that lightly because it's very hard to pick a favourite, but I think it's the best I've made because so much happens in it, and I'm trying to tell like multiple different stories about how I feel. And one of the toughest things with making these videos isn't editing these videos, it's picking a title and a thumbnail for YouTube. That's one of the things I struggle with the most, and I'm still not that good at it because without a decent title and thumbnail, nobody's going to click your video and watch it. So you could make an absolute masterpiece. I'm not saying it's a masterpiece, but you could, and nobody could see it. So, is this the end? Very simple title. And yeah, you're going to get a feel for how I felt. And hopefully, actually, I think the first 4 or 5 minutes of the video, there's no talking, there's no dialogue, or very little dialogue. And I wanted the natural nature, the natural beauty of the landscapes just to kind of do its own talking, rather than me going, and here we are, going through Canada, you know, and doing a voiceover. So I hope that comes across. The drone shots are really good. That's my old drone, not the drone I've currently got, doing all the beautiful shots there. So you'll start seeing spark footage in a few videos time, which isn't as good, but it still does the job. So I think I'll get the drone out when I have to get back onto this road. I've not droned it yet in Nevada. I've got to be really selective. I've got like 2 batteries. So yeah, if you could go and watch that. If you want to then go and watch the next video, which will be me losing my expensive drone, my Mavic 2 Pro. If you want to watch that, I'm going to make it public. I'm going to make it available on Patreon to everybody, $4 and above. I've also made a tier for $1 if you want to go into a $1 tier. And for that, I'm going to be posting more regular kind of updates and behind the scenes. I'll do a type up and a write up of each video as well. So you can get to see the behind the scenes, and you get to throw me $1, which massively helps. So yeah, there we go. There's the the end of this live stream. From Paul Oskslotz. I can do your thumbnails if you like. That's a really kind offer, that, mate. Yeah, have a chat. But for me, it's not the designing the thumbnail. It's keeping my consistent style and just trying to make something which is a bit eye-catching. So yeah, I don't struggle with the design. It's more the concept. So, from Josh Hutlin, $5 and mate, and a good old green love hat from Josh. Oh mate, that's amazing. Thank you so much for your support. If you've that's a wonderful way to end this live stream. Ash Middleton's also said, cracking stuff again, Adam. Enjoy your travels, son. It beats listening to bloody Brexit all day. Oh God. Yeah, that's one of the most common things I get asked here in the States. Is, what do you think of Brexit? I'm just like, mate, I'm just on my bike. I don't really want to. Can we not talk politics? I think people in the States are reveling in the fact that it's not just the US political system that's messed up. There's my 2 pence. But yeah. Crown Jewels, yes, Adam, just got home, mate. Hope all is good, bro. Yeah, Crown Jewels, all is well. I like your thumbnails. I clicked. Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, watch out for scorpions and snakes. I did see a big old spider, so I do need to be careful. I think I saw a scorpion yesterday when I was cycling, but that'd be cool. And from Patrick, do I mostly boondock, camp in the woods, or warm showers? Mainly boondocking, wild camping, guerrilla camping, whatever you want to call it. I think boondocking is more of like a vehicle term, but for me, I normally just do what I'm doing here, throw my bike in the scrub and get myself a little nice spot to sleep next to a lake, if there's a lake. But water's going to be a big problem that I've got to be aware of. I carry about 5 litres, 5.5 litres with me at the moment. So I don't know if I need to increase that, but it's just something I'm aware of. So when I'm eating, if I can eat stale bread. That's been out for 40 minutes, it's already gone stale. Not good bread. American bread is rubbish, by the way. There's a lasting impression of America. Doesn't make good bread. Right. Thank you all so much. I'm actually going to close this up and get on the road. Thank you all, everyone that's given me a super chat. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you when I see you next time. Thank you, farewell, and goodbye.